Hello all, first of all welcome to AKS IAS Academy. So we are going to start one final program for upcoming Prelims exam 2026, which is UPSC CSAT quick revision program. So we recently received many queries from serious aspirants. Actually still most of the aspirants are confusing about the CSAT preparation due to they are getting less marks in these mock papers. I'll tell you what are the reasons. First of all, most of the institutes test series are a bit irrelevant to the final exam. So how to develop this, how to get good marks in the final exam, that is what important. First of all, UPSC expects a lot of concepts knowledge from you in CSAT exam. Second thing is applying common sense is very important. Okay. So first of all, okay, how many concepts are there you will study? Then what are the recently asked questions, not only in CSAT paper, in all UPSC exams we are going to cover, like one concept, then one standard question, like this. We will cover all the concepts plus most important models from this PYQs, so that especially 2026 and 25 and 24, these 3 years questions are very important for your upcoming prelims exam. Okay, so everyday task is, first we will revise the concepts in that chapter, then latest PYQs we will be discussing, and I'll tell you what are the shortcuts also. Sometimes not shortcuts won't be there for each and every question. That is not possible also. Some questions are a bit lengthy. Anyway, within 2 minutes we are going to solve them. Okay. So in this QRP program, this is for only 6 days. That is high intensity program. We are going to cover high impact chapters first. Then every concept I'll tell you. Not only in important chapters, almost 100. There are around 100 concepts are there in entire syllabus. We will cover them along with best PYQs. Okay, every day 2.5 hours class. Within 15 hours I'll be covering all the concepts along with best PYQs, and I'll give some more questions to you as homework. Okay. So why this program is important, I'll tell you. I already told you UPSC expects clarity on concepts from you in the final exam, plus applying common sense. Okay, that is what important. And if you practice only relevant questions, then only final paper will be easy. Not only in CSAT, all the UPSC questions are important. Again I'm saying, don't solve any CAT questions, SSC CGL questions, banking questions. They are completely different from UPSC pattern. This is what happening in many institutes test series. They simply copying CAT questions. So not all the institutes, I'm saying about some only. So simply they are copying CAT questions and CGL questions, SSC CGL questions. They are a bit of course complicated, a lot of calculations required, shortcut formulas required. Within the time you have to solve them. So that is the reason many are struggling in test series papers. Actually final exam will be a bit different. That is what we are going to discuss in lines with UPSC pattern. Okay, don't miss this opportunity. Definitely it will be very useful in your last minute preparation. Okay. So I'll tell you just 2-3 questions how we are going to discuss. For example, see, look at this question. This question asked in CDS 2026 very recently on 12th April. So definitely this type of questions are important. This is from basic number systems and divisibility rules. Of course, we will discuss divisibility rules in the class. Then we are going to solve the questions. Look at this. Let P is n square where n is any odd integer. What is the remainder when it is divided by 8? See, they are asking for square of that odd number when it is divided by 8. What is the remainder? Okay, chalo. 1 second. Look at this. See, in number systems, not only here, in many chapters, spontaneity, presence of mind, common sense is highly important. I am saying n is odd integer. So let us take n equal to 1 or 3 or 5, so on. Only odd numbers. No need to by heart this as a rule. So let us take 3. 3 square is 9. 9 divided by 8. What is the remainder? Remainder is 1. 5 square, that is 25 divided by 8. What is the remainder? Remainder is 1. 7 square, 49 divided by 8. 8 6 are 48, remainder is 1. Of course, 1 square, 1 divided by 8, remainder is 1. So remainder is always 1. Always 1. What is the answer then? Option A. Even if you take negative numbers, because they mention it is integer, still you get the same answer. Option A is the answer. Okay na? Chalo. This question is based on finding the unit digits, one of the important concept in number systems. Okay. Chalo, we will discuss normally what is cyclicity concept, how to find unit digits. We will discuss everything. For example, just 11 into 15 is multiplied. What is the unit digit here? 1 into 5, 5. 16 into 15 multiplied. 5 6 are 0. What is your observation? 5 into odd number always produces 5. 5 into even number always produces 0. This is very, very important observation. Many times they asked question based on this concept. 5 into any odd number always gives 5. 5 into any even number always produces 0 as last digit. In this example also, no need to worry about powers. Recently asked, this is odd number, this is odd number, odd number, odd number. Now 5. See, 5 into any number of odd numbers always answer is 5. Means option C. That's all. In case if one number is given like this, one more number into 8 to the power of 8. See, what is 8? Even number. Now 5 into even number will give 0. 0 into any numbers, even 1000 numbers are infinite numbers, always 0 only. If you have at least one even and one 5, it will give 0 as unit digit. That's all. Okay. In case if it is not 5, that is, for example, something given 6 power 5 something, we have to follow cyclicity concepts, then we have to find the answer. Okay. This way we will cover each and every concept along with best questions. Okay na? So guys, don't miss this program. We are going to start from 30th April next week. Just hardly for the final exam, almost 25 days left. This program will be very useful. Within 6 days, we will cover almost everything. Okay. Chalo. See you soon. Thank you so much.